Yeah, who doesn't want a bunch of butts on their wall?
Hey everyone, and welcome to QTVC Live. My name is Julia Arredondo, and I'm your host. This is episode 3 of our season 3.0 build out in collaboration with DK Chicago and the Lunder Institute for American Art. The first 3 episodes of this season are Maine based. The second 3 episodes will be Chicago based. And today we are in the studio with the amazing Annika Earley, a Maine based artist. Annika, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hungry. I told you. But Annika, let's talk about these products. What do we have on the show today?
We have a couple of recent things that I've done over the last 2 years. One brand new thing. We've got, I think the first thing would be the original drawings of the Escape series that I then based the other things off of. Then we have some archival prints from that series. There's 12 images in total. And then we have calendars that feature all 12 of them.
So folks, we've got 3 selections available. You'll want to visit qtvclive.com/shop. From there, you can link out to all these individual listings where you can make your purchases before the holidays. Please do this as soon as you can. But Annika, tell us a little bit about this series. We've got your most recent item that just came out, which is based on these original drawings.
Yeah.
The 12 Escapes for 2023 calendar. Mm-hmm. I love the idea of starting a calendar year with a series of escapes. That's fucking hilarious. Can you tell us about the concept behind this and where these ideas came from?
Yeah, this series is about wanting to get out of here for a variety of reasons. It started for me this image with the cauldron. I've been drawing that since 2018 in various forms, and I just kept having this sort of I wish I could just get out of here. I wish I'm so tired of watching Brett Kavanaugh on TV crying about his friends and his beer or whatever. And I was very angry, very tired, and then the pandemic happened. That was very scary, and I just kept feeling like my flight or fight, freeze, fawn response was on level 12 all the time. Then I had a baby in the pandemic. Turns out that was really scary. I had undiagnosed postpartum anxiety for a few months where I really I was looking at my front door and my car keys ready to bolt all the time. And I thought that was normal. I thought that was what everyone felt like. Turns out no. And so drawing these 12 escapes was a way of coping with all of those feelings, of sorting them out, and of also of letting them go in some ways. And it's about just that feeling when you just want to pull up or conjure a magic portal or crawl into a hole or a sewer pipe in this case. And that's what they're about.
Annika, can you tell us what the price points are on these objects?
Yeah, these are $34, and they're printed on 130-pound paper, so it's really quite sturdy. They're 8 by 11 or 8.5 by 11, and then these are $500. They come framed. I have 7 of them left out of the 12, and then these are $50 each, and they're same size as the original pieces, so they're around 10 inches squared, and they are on acid-free, I think it's BFK.
Yeah, what I love about the calendars, which are $34, you can go to qtvclive.com/shop right now to purchase yours because there are only 25 of these calendars made. Mm-hmm. So we are right in time for Christmas, right in time for the new year. Get these now. These are great gifts. These are great gifts to oneself. But what I particularly like about these calendars is that they're sturdy. And for me, as a person, I travel a lot. If I'm going to acquire objects, they have to be sturdy. Mm-hmm. It's nice to have a piece of paper that can withstand travel.
Yeah, and writing on them. Yep. I the household calendar in my house, in the kitchen, we schedule our lives on there, and we have the person who takes care of our kid twice a week. We work out our schedule through there, so it's I like a good solid calendar.
Yeah. Folks, we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break to visit Annika in her home studio. We will be right back at QTVC Live. See you soon.
my studio is in my house, which is really convenient for me because right now I have a 1.5-year-old, and so having the studio in my house is a way for me to have the most amount of access. What I like about it, even though it's in my house, you have to go to the basement to go access it, and you have to go through 2 doors, so there's quite a separation, which is, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. It feels like I can get to it without having to get into my car, but I can also shut out the rest of my life in a way that you could if you had an off-site studio space. I put the concrete floor in myself with some help, with a lot of help. I helped, is what I should say. I didn't do it, but I helped, and it was really cool to do, like, to prepare the studio space in that way. When we moved into this house, it was like an unfinished space, and building out the walls a little bit more and adding the concrete floor felt like tending to the space. So I feel a lot of attachment to it in that way. Like, the window meets the earth, which is really lovely to see, like, the seasons change from that perspective, and it feels very much like a little cave, which I like. I'm super lucky that we found some childcare, and so right now a studio day for me is pretty short. It's 6 hours on Mondays. My studio practice in a lot of ways is like tending to myself, and I kind of compare it to like watering plants. Like, I feel like I start to wilt a little bit, and then studio time is like a big watering can, and then okay, I feel like myself again. I can like stretch my leaves out a little bit more, but it feels much more of a like personal need than it used to feel.
Hey everyone, we are back at QTVC Live, and we are here with Annika Earley. We just got back from visiting Annika's studio, and Annika, there's one thing that sticks out to me about these products, and that there's a lot of bare butts. Can you tell us about the butts?
Yeah.
I love butts.
Sticking out. That's a good turn of phrase. I think, they're partially self-portraits, but I didn't want necessarily it to be about my body, and bodies are so political no matter what you do with them, you know, like hair, no hair, what kind of hair, you know, what shape. And the way I ended up settling on the butts was I wanted it to meet a couple of criteria. I wanted it to be alluring. I wanted it to be sexual, sensual. Mm-hmm. I wanted it to be funny and a little bit silly. Mm-hmm. And the butts met, like, I think a butt meets all of those criteria. Yeah.
There's also something we haven't talked about yet, but it's like the sort of semi-dirty white sock.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of a sucker for this whole lexicon of images that you work with. I love the dirty white sock. What is, I mean, I don't know. It's obvious to me, sort of. I don't know why that resonates so significantly with me. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah. There's a very practical reason why they're all wearing socks, but I think metaphorically, I wanted these bodies to feel athletic. Gotcha. I wanted them to feel strong. Uh-huh. And an athletic sock seemed to do that while also being like a little absurd and funny. And like, I don't want to draw a bunch of toes. Like, there was a practical reason. I was drawing a couple of toes, and I was like, this is stupid. And so like the socks solved a design problem, but also added humor and added that strength that I was looking for.
But folks, just to reiterate, we've got the 12-month 2023 calendar, 12 escapes for 2023. This is $34. You can click QTVClive.com/shop. It will link directly to Annika's web store where you can purchase your calendar before the end of the year. There are only 25 of these made. We've got 2 original works of the 12 Escape series. There are only 7 of these left, from what I understand. These are beautiful. These are original drawings. These are great investments into one's collection, into one's archive. They're $500 a piece. They come framed. They ship anywhere in the United States. But if you're in Portland, Maine, or if you're in Maine, you can drive to Portland easily. You can pick up all these items for free. So you pay for the item online, but you can choose the pickup option, pick them up. Should I name the location or?
Yeah, I work at Speedwell, which is a contemporary art gallery in Portland, and that's where you can pick them up Thursday through Saturdays. And I'll let you know when they're ready.
Yeah, and you can see a show while you're at it.
Yeah,
Like,
you can
come
see a
on.
fantastic show.
And then finally, we've got the $50 prints. They're gorgeous renderings of the originals, gorgeous reproductions, and these are $50 a piece. A great collection to any printmakers. Already growing archive, a great place to start with collecting Annika's work. Annika is a contemporary Maine-based artist. Get on this. Like, this is a really, really cool body of work. Annika's work is constantly growing, expanding. And I'm so excited to like see your work grow, to see the body of your work continue to like blossom. Folks, we are going to close out the episode here shortly. Annika, what do you have coming up? Where are you exhibiting, and where can people find your work online on social media?
On social media, it's just my name. Like my business card is just like Annika Earley at AnnikaEarley.com, and Instagram is Annika Earley. So I don't have a business card because it just seemed like ridiculous to just have my name in all these formats, but it is all just ANNIKAEARLEY.com or at Instagram. And I will have, I think, some of these pieces on view at Zero Station and some larger paper cuts. Zero Station is a fantastic space in Portland. And then one piece from my newer work that I'm developing now is on view in the online exhibition at Field Projects in New York right now.
So everyone, thank you for tuning in to QTVC Live. This is episode 3 of our season 3.0 build out in collaboration with the Lunder Institute for American Art and DCASE Chicago. This is the final episode of our main build out for season 3.0. Annika, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks again, y'all. Have a good day and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you.